Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there and a very good evening and a warm welcome to the 9 p.m. news of the most prestigious channel in Sri Lanka, bringing you your top stories for tonight. I am Sonal Parnavithana.
And I'm Kenza Farooq. Let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
Janata Vimukti Peramuna commemorates its 60th anniversary. President emphasizes the immense enthusiasm and conscience of the government in developing the country. Sri Lankan government strongly objects to the genocide memorial in Canada. Money from the President's Fund to those who died in the Garandiala bus accident issued to concerned divisional secretariat officers. A van falls into a precipice close to the spot of the bus accident. 21 injured, 4 others in a serious condition. A special program to inspect long-distance route service buses. The court orders to present a report after inspecting the illness of imprisoned criminal Harak Kata. The National University of Nursing to become a reality in the near future. A meet between President Trump and the leaders of the interim government in Syria.
In your top local news, President Anurukumara Dissanayake emphasizes that he will act with a boundless desire to build the country and with a conscience.
The President points out that the path we have taken through the hardships of the past is most helpful for that. And the President also said that this while participating in the 60th anniversary celebration of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna Party. The Janata Vimukti Peramuna was founded on May 14, 1965, opening a new path in left-wing politics in the country. It was led by the founder of the party, Rohana Vijayveera, and a group of founding members of the party. At a time when a large number of young people were gathering around the new party, it also had to face 2 state repressions in the years 1970 and 1988. In 1989, the founder of the party, Rohana Vijayveera, became a victim of state repression. The JVP, despite 6 decades of victories and defeats, achieved many victories for the country. It reached its peak with the establishment of a new political force called the name National People's Force. That force was able to win the presidential election last year, surpassing traditional political parties. That force has come a long way in fulfilling the people's expectations, winning both the general election and the local government elections. The 60th anniversary of the JVP was held today at the Vihara Mahadevi Open Air Theatre in Colombo under the patronage of party leader President Anurukumara Dissanayake and party General Secretary Tilvin Silva. The theme was a world-winning energy and invincible journey. President Anurukumara Dissanayake said that the party should become an open movement in order to be tested by the people. This is a party which is always in preparation to be responsible to the general public. The party has to be tested through the essence of public, since it is based on the people of the country. Anyone will be able to witness that the party is totally entwined with the public. Madamulana electorate, which gave birth to influential leaders, was defeated, and the candidate of the Boralla South Division, who contested to become the mayor of Colombo, was defeated by one of our sisters. He added that it is true that the party was able to win the presidential and general elections with 3% as stated by the others, but only NPP can achieve such success. The NPP government will have to test time and again the entire essence of the history and the integrity through the people. A country needs people who thinks about a transformation, and the government is taking efforts day and night without taking anything into consideration other than the true conscience in order to take the country out of this mess. The President pointed out that a 2/3 majority to amend the acts and laws but not the provisions of the constitution of the country. The government has had a strong bond in accordance with its conscience with the people of this country, is working with extreme desire to develop this country by taking right steps at the right time. The President described the party as a movement with a practical wisdom and is dedicated to function according to the majority provided by the people of this country. He also questioned as to how a collection of political debris is challenging the present government and added that the time has come to move forward rectifying the errors committed earlier.
සීමිත ආසාවෙන් ඒ හෘද සාක්ෂි යුතුව අපි වැඩ කරමු. නියමිත තන නියමිත හැරවීමේ තීන්දුව ගන්න අපි ඉදිතර වෙනවා. නියමිත තන නියමිත දිශාවට ගෙනියන්න අපි ඉදිතර වෙනවා. අපි මේ 60 වසක ඉදිතරභාවී අත්දැකීම් වලින් මෝහත් වෙච්ච මිනිස්සු. අපි විවාහාරික බුද්ධියෙන් පෝෂණය වුණු දේශපාලන ව්‍යාපාරයක් ඒ මොහොතේ ගත යුතු තීන්දුව ඒ මොහොතේ නිසිපරින් ගන්න තීන්දුව දේශපාලන ව්‍යාපාරය. ඒ නිසා ජනවරමට අනුව අපි වැඩ කරන්න බැඳිලා ඉන්නවා. ජනවරමට එරෙහිව කවුරු හරි කටයුතු කරනවා නම් විවස්ථාව නීතිය දේශපාලන මේ ඔක්කොගෙම අපි වැඩ කරන්න ඇති. සුම්බුන් එකතුවක් කොහොමද රටේ ජනවරමට අභියෝග කරන්නේ? එම අභියෝග කරනවා නම් අපි ආණ්ඩු නෙවෙයි අපිට අවස්ථාවෙන් කරගන්න. මේ අපි අවස්ථාව අත්වරක් වැඩ කරමු. සංවාදී වැරදි අපි හදාගමු. අපි ඡන්දදායකය හිතන්න ප්‍රතිචාර දක්වන්න විරෝධය දක්වන්න අවශ්‍ය මොහොතේ අපි ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න.
Secretary of the JVP Tilvin Silva requested those in social media who post various
සියලු තාඩන පීඩන වලට මුහුණ දීලා අපි මේ ජයග්‍රහී ගමන ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. අද වෙනකොට ලංකාව විතරක් නෙමෙයි සමස්ත ලෝකයේ පුරාම විසිරිච්ච මහා දැවැන්ත ජනතා ව්‍යාපාරයක් බවට ජනතා විමුක්ති පෙරමුණ පත් වෙලා අවසానයි. අපට විරුද්ධව අවලද ගන්න අයට අපට විරුද්ධව
Secretary of the JVP Tilvin Silva requested those in social media who post various stories against the government to read the history properly. He pointed out that the NPP is a movement which cannot be terminated with massacres and through struggles.
In more local news, the government of Sri Lanka maintains that the allegation of genocide during the final phase of the conflict in Sri Lanka is unsubstantialized by any credible authority, either nationally or internationally, and is based on misleading information. Sri Lanka firmly rejects this false narrative and believes it has been propagated primarily for electoral gains within Canada. It is worth highlighting that in April 2021, the Department of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Development of Canada officially confirmed that the Government of Canada has not made any finding of genocide in Sri Lanka. Additionally, Canada designated the LTTE as terrorist organization in 2006 and reaffirmed this designation in June 2024. The government of Sri Lanka has repeatedly expressed its strong objections to the construction of a so-called Tamil genocide monument at Chinguacousy Park in Brampton, Canada. It has consistently urged the federal government of Canada to intervene and prevent this regrettable initiative by the Brampton City Council. Sri Lanka views this development as offensive to the broader Sri Lankan and Canadian communities. It strongly believes that the propagation of such unfounded allegations and the construction of monuments based on fabrications not only misled the public but also hinder Sri Lanka's genuine efforts toward reconciliation, national unity and lasting peace among all communities. In this regard, Foreign Minister Vijitha Herat met with the Canadian High Commissioner today to reiterate the government of Sri Lanka's strong objections regarding the unfounded genocide allegations and the approval of constructing such a monument, which complicates and undermines the government's efforts towards reconciliation and national unity.
The funds provided from the President's Fund for those who died in the Kotmale Garantiala bus accident have been forwarded to the relevant regional secretariats as per the instructions of President Anura Kumara Disanayake. A sum of 1 million rupees is to be given for the deceased. The money will be handed over to the family members of the deceased. It is reported that this money has been released to the divisional secretariats in the divisional secretariats where the 24 people who died in the accidents resided. A media briefing in this regard was held today at the Ministry of Transport, Highways, Ports and Civil Aviation, Battaramulla, under the patronage of Minister Bimal Ratnayake. Minister Bimal Ratnayaka said that the senior additional secretary of the Presidential Secretariat has certified the issue of money from the President's fund in order to fulfill the final rights of those who died in the accident by providing them 1 million rupees each. Steps will be taken to identify the real owners of the dead and money will be issued to them. He pointed out that there are some persons who will be helpless economically when considered on a long-term basis. Medical reports will be obtained about those people and steps will be taken to provide some kind of assistance from the President Fund to the injured.
Sri Lanka Police has implemented a special program to inspect long-distance route passenger buses. According to Police Media Division, the acting IGP has informed all police stations regarding the new step. Long-distance route buses will be specifically inspected during night under this program. Police has also taken steps to implement the law strictly against offences such as drink and driving, driving under the influence of narcotics, careless driving and dangerous driving. Assistance of special motorcycle mobile units will also be obtained in this regard. According to the Police Media Division, this step has been taken since there is a trend of long-distance route service buses involving in accidents at present. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka Transport Board and private buses engaged in long-distance routes from Hatton were randomly inspected today under the instructions of Acting IGP Priyantha Veerasurya. This inspection was conducted at Shanawatha area on Hatton, Colombo Main Road. This has been conducted under the supervision of the Hatton Chief Inspector of Police Headquarters, Ranjit Jayasena. Legal action has been taken against several drivers of the SLTB and private buses who committed certain offences which violated traffic rules. Another group of drivers have been strictly warned on some offences.
A van overturned at the Kotmale bus accident site today. Police stated that 21 people in the van were hospitalized. The accident involved a van travelling from the Nuwara to Anuradhapura Rajanganaya. The van fell about 50 feet into a ravine. The injured were admitted to the Kotmale District Hospital. 18 injured have been transferred to the Gampula Regional Hospital. Hospital sources say that the condition of 4 of the injured is critical. A Bowser transporting diesel and petrol from Polonnaruwa to Valimada has met with an accident. The Nanuwa police say that the Nuwara Kirimatiya road in Thalavakale has been completely blocked due to this. The accident occurred at around 4 p.m. today.
3 persons have drowned while bathing in Dadaroya who were on pilgrimage. 2 persons have been rescued and 1 is still missing according to the Chilao police stations. This accident occurred in the afternoon yesterday. The pilgrims who arrived from Mathali area at Muneshwaram have later gone for bathing in Dadaroya. 3 persons out of them have been drowned and 2 of them have been rescued after continued efforts. A 28-year-old youth is still missing despite an operation to locate him conducted jointly by the residents of the area and the Chilao police. The person is still reported missing while Chilao police is conducting further investigations in this regard. Three persons who had gone for bathing in the Vellakabankarya beach in Nainamadama, which comes under Vennapur Police Division, were drowned and reported dead, while 1 person is still missing. According to the Vennapur Police, the incident occurred in the morning yesterday. This tragic incident occurred when a group of about 20 persons employed at a private institution in Panadura area.
The Colombo High Court today ordered to present a report after inspecting the illness of Nadun Chintaka Vikramaratne alias Harakkata, imprisoned at the Thangalla Special Prison when the hearing was taken up in the presence of Colombo High Court Judge Sujiva Nishanka. Nadun Chintaka Vikramaratne alias Harakkata informed the court from the witness cell that he has been ailing from several diseases for a long time. He requested the court to issue an order requesting him to provide medical treatment. After taking facts into consideration, the justice ordered the director to take steps to present a report to the court after examining the health condition of the respondent. He further ordered to get the suspect examined by the Thangala judicial medical officer or any other medical officer named by him and present the report to the court. The justice ordered the case to be called for hearing on the 28th of this month. The Chief Justice has named a bench of 3 High Court judges to take up the case for hearing filed against former Minister Kehelia Rambukwella and other respondents. Justice Murthu Fernando has appointed this bench of 3 judges after taking into consideration a request made by Attorney General Parinda Ranasinghe. The former minister has been alleged of an incident where he misused government funds by purchasing substandard immunoglobulin antibody vaccine during the previous regime. The Colombo Magistrates Court today issued a notice to the Bribery Commission requesting to produce facts in the court on the 19th of this month regarding the anticipatory bail application forwarded by former Minister Mahindananda Alutgamage when the petition was taken up by Colombo Chief Magistrate Tanuja Lakmali. The former minister requested the court to release him on the anticipatory bail before being taken into custody by the Bribery Commission. The Court of Appeal today ordered that a petition filed seeking an order to revoke parliamentarian Ramanathan Archana be called on June 26th to ascertain the facts. That was when the petition was taken up today. The petitioner has requested the Court of Appeal to issue a writ of certiorari declaring the MP Arjuna is not qualified to hold a parliamentary seat and to invalidate. Nigamo Additional Magistrate Darshima Premratna ordered the release of absconding student tutor named Hayashika Fernando on bail after surrendering to the Nigamo Magistrates Court yesterday afternoon. And with that, we move on to a short commercial break. We'll be back with more news.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Taking a look at more local stories for tonight, steps have been taken to provide major sanitation facilities at petrol stations across the island under the Clean Sri Lanka program.
The aim is to improve public hygiene and ease of transportation.
And we move on to more local stories. Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jatisa says that the National University of Nursing will come into being in the near future. The minister made this observation at the International Day of Nursing celebrations organized by the Public Services United Nurses Association. The function was held under the leadership of Minister Dr. Nalinda Jatisa and the Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Anil Jasinghe. Venerable Muruthettuwe Anandathera was also present on the occasion. The minister commended the mediation of Venerable Anandathera in the creation of the National University of Nursing. The minister pointed out that a committee has been appointed jointly by the Ministry of Higher Education and the Ministry of Health in order to solve problems regarding the creation of this university.
26 luxury vehicles and decommissioned vehicles of the Presidential Secretariat are scheduled to be auctioned tomorrow. This is the second phase of the Presidential Secretariat's ultra-luxury vehicle auction. All vehicles to be sold are manufactured within the last 10 years and the bidding process for these concluded today. The vehicles scheduled for auction include one BMW motor vehicle, two Ford Everest Jeeps, one Hyundai Terracan Jeep, two Land Rover Jeeps, one Mitsubishi Montero, three Nissan petrol cars, two Nissan motor cars, a Porsche Cayenne, 5 SsangYong Rexton Jeeps, 1 Land Cruiser Sahara Jeep, 6 V8s and a Mitsubishi Rosa air-conditioned bus. Under the first phase of the Presidential Secretariat's luxury vehicle auction, 6 vehicles and vehicle spare parts that were previously decommissioned from 14 luxury vehicles were auctioned. The decision to sell these vehicles has been made with the aim of cutting government expenditure and promoting fiscal accountability. In the previous auction, 15 vehicles of various types, including 9 Defender Jeeps, were sold. These vehicles were not provided to the regular staff of the Presidential Secretariat, but were used by the advisors and staff appointed by the former President under Article 41(1) of the Constitution during his term of office.
Steps have been taken to provide major sanitation facilities at filling stations across the island under the Clean Sri Lanka program. The aim is to improve public hygiene and ease of transportation. This was implemented as a national level program at the Presidential Office today. Accordingly, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the Clean Sri Lanka Presidential Task Force, the Ministry of Energy and the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, Lanka IOC Private Limited, Sinopec Energy Lanka Private Limited and RM Parks Private Limited. The project aims to transform petrol stations across the island into clean, safe and accessible places with sanitary facilities for the disabled. Accordingly, the target is to establish 540 places with modern sanitary facilities for the public within 3 years. Accordingly, the expectation is to complete 100 positions by the end of this year. Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanat Kumanayaka, Senior Additional Secretary to the President Russell Aponsu, officials of the Ministry of Energy, heads of fuel supply companies and heads of the Clean Sri Lanka Presidential Task Force were present at the event.
Vesak zones have been organized at various places in the island on the occasion of the Vesak week, illustrating the birth of Prince Siddhartha, attainment of enlightenment and the passing away of Lord Buddha.
Vesak pandals, magnificently illuminated lanterns and dansels are all part of the Vesak full moon celebrations.
Vesak Batigi Saraniya organised parallel to the Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone, organised jointly by Gangaramaya Viharya, Hunupitiya Colombo, the Presidential Secretariat and the Prime Minister's Office, was held for the second day yesterday under the leadership of President Secretariat Dr. Nandika Sanat Kumaranayaka. Vesak Pandal at Petta was presented for the 26th time this year, illustrating the Kalinga Bodhi Jatakya. Grandpa's Vesak Pandal, which is organised for the 54th time, depicts the life story of Mahaprajapati Gautami. A Vesak Pandal is also on display at Kalaniya Rajamaha Viharya premises, being held for the 20th occasion. Chatta Mavaka Jataka story has been the theme of the Pandal this year. Makula Vesak Pandal is being held for the 9th consecutive year, depicting Kachani Jataka story. Dhammasonda Jataka story is the theme of the Vesak Pandal on display at the bus stand Jaila in Gampa, which is being held for the second year. Vesak Pandal at Ganemola, which is being held for the 19th successive year, depicts Lomahansa Jataka story. Katuwavala United Youth Forum has also organised an attractive Vesak Pandal which illustrates the Telapata Jatakya. A special program titled Sadhagi Saraniya was also held yesterday, attended by Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa. Dhamma school children of the area joined the singing of devotional songs on this occasion. Deputy Minister Upali Samarasinghe inaugurated the Vaunia Vesak zone under the theme of religious coexistence. Muratua Municipal Council has also organised a Vesak zone which was inaugurated by Minister Harshana Nanakari yesterday. This Vesak zone includes a replica of the Sripada and devotional songs along with dansals. Meanwhile, Vesak Pandal put up opposite Buddha Mandire Muratua was on display for the second day yesterday, illustrating the story of Visakha. Dulapitiya United Traders Association is presenting their Vesak Pandal for the 36th time this year at the public market premises Dulapitiya until 17th of this month.
A large number of dancers have been organized in many areas yesterday also on the occasion of Vesak Full Moon Poya Day.
The Rice Dancela, organized by the United Three Wheelers Association at Bandarakama, was held last night with the participation of businessmen of the area. Thoran Institution of Amalagoda Akurasa held its Rice Dancela this year also. This is the Sago Dancela of Siri Visuddharama Funeral Society, Egudahena, Moratua. A chickpeas dancela, organized for the 5th time, was held at Rotmalane yesterday, organized by a businessman. The Rice Dancela of Naulla Demodara United Welfare Association was held yesterday at the National School Junction, Naulla. Vallavaya Kotaveherakala residents organized a bread dancela with fried onion chutney. Moving on with more local stories, Dialogue Asiata Institution today operated the Marine Cable System, or the India-Asia Express. Now, under this, internet facilities will be provided in the usage of 5G and AI along with high-speed applications. This program has been implemented with the aim of empowering business and day-to-day lives of Sri Lankans. With this, digital infrastructure facilities in Sri Lanka will be strengthened, and it will also be possible to provide a much safer internet connection to the consumers. This occasion was honoured by His High Commissioner of Malaysia and Sri Lanka, Badli Kisham bin Adam, and also the Indian Consul General Harvinder Singh and the Group Executive of Dialogue Asiata Group, Vivek Sood. That's all the local news we have for now. More foreign news on the other side of this break. Taking a look at your international developments for tonight, US President Donald Trump has announced that sanctions imposed on Syria will be lifted.
He made these remarks during his first official diplomatic visit to Saudi Arabia, addressing a summit held during the visit.
The sanctions were originally imposed by the United States during the tenure of former Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad, a known ally of Russia. These sanctions were a part of a broader effort to respond to the prolonged civil war in Syria, which lasted for years. The conflict eventually concluded with the overthrow of Assad's regime, led by the liberal leadership under al-Shara. Following the end of the civil war, numerous appeals were made to the United States to lift the sanction imposed on Syria. Saudi Arabia emerged as a leading nation advocating for the removal of these sanctions, playing a central role in diplomatic efforts to reintegrate Syria into the regional and international community.
Taking a look at your sports developments for tonight, Sri Lanka's Usain Mohammed qualified for the second round of the Asian Youth Boxing Championship under the age of 22 today, defeating a Saudi Arabian boxer. The tournament is being held at the Sugatadasa Indoor Stadium in Colombo today. And today is the third day of the tournament. 5 Sri Lankan athletes participated in the preliminary round matches. Usain Mohammed represented Sri Lanka in the 75 kg weight category. His opponent was Saudi Arabian athlete Al Mauladad Naib. Usain Mohammed won the match 5-0 and qualified for the second round. The first to enter the competition today in the 67 weight class was the athlete Heshan. He lost to a Saudi Arabian athlete. Malit Bandara, who competed in the 71 kg weight class, lost to a Kazakhstani athlete. Heshan Malsha entered the competition today in the 86 kg weight class. He lost to New Zealand's Vinay Roman. The first player to enter the field for Sri Lanka in this tournament is Loganathan Kajumthini. She competed in the 57 kilogram weight class today. However, she also did not have the opportunity to qualify for the second round, and this was due to her defeat to an Indian athlete. And that's all the news we have for you tonight. Join us same time, same place tomorrow. It's me, Sonal, alongside Kenza, saying good night.